when you feel emotions like we all do, especially in trading, it's a very heightened state. Money's involved in all of these things. How have you found, as you said, it's for you, it's like 80% the trader behind, and that comes down to psychology. What are the key things you are doing to manage that?
Nothing special in the end, but I think it's more of my personality, because I'm very detached to money, to the accounts that I have, and that's just me myself from the beginning until now. It's still the same.
What makes you detached from these accounts? Is it because you had a salary and a job and a decent financial base, or was it more you have supporting, loving people around you? There has to be a reason also, and that you feel like this where others don't. What would you attribute that to?
So I started trading right after school, so I had no job, I had no financial background on that, but I had also no pressure. So I had no family that I have to support. Like, it was like a no pressure environment for me from the beginning, so I could explore by myself.
As in, you didn't have huge expenses that you needed to make money. It was more like, let's see what I can learn and do.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, like, my persona is like that. I and the curiosity behind it, behind everything is like, I want to know stuff. I want to know the behind the scenes, and that helped me. Like, my learning curve is quite high or quite fast in that regard. And also, right from the start, the first account that I blew in 2008, it wasn't a big deal for me. And until now, if I'm down 10K on a funded account or whatever, I could just close the trade and the next moment talk with someone, and no issues.
You've done it so many times for 15 years that losses have become normal. It's it's part of the game. When it comes to taking such a substantial amount of profit from the market, from the prop firm industry, over $2 million you've achieved. What are the key things that led to that? But more importantly, did you have any mentors, or what was shaping that career path for you?
I had no mentors because I had to do it myself, and I don't really trust mentors in the end. I tried so much systems, everything, but nothing worked. In the end, no EA, no scalping technique, nothing.
What about just to understand fundamentals to the level you have? Where was that knowledge? Was that through professional academia, or was that through online stuff, YouTube videos, or where did you develop that skill?
I think just the curiosity to try to know how it works. So I did it by myself, and it was like over 10 years spending time reading stuff, like reading the fundamental game, listening to economists, how they think the market shapes out, like watching Bloomberg, watching CNBC, and over the years you create this
understanding. It's a holistic understanding. It's not a strategy or one-dimensional thing. I like that. Do you think new and upcoming traders should take that advice and say you don't really need mentors and go on your own journey to learn everything there is to learn and find your answers yourself? Or do you think there's benefits in finding someone and learning from them directly?
I think a little bit of both. I don't think signals or courses are good. I think if you have a real mentorship, it's good. If there's someone who really teaches you trading and what trading is about, and not just a pure system, because in the end, trading is the same as a job or professional sports athlete. They are not just good by themselves. They train a lot. They practice. They do the same thing thousands, millions of times to get good at it. And trading is the same. If you're in the game 10 years and see a lot of stuff over and over, it's repetition at that point, and that makes experience, and that makes a good trader in the end.
I really like the approach you're mentioning, and in my own journey, if I'm to draw a graph or an equity curve of my progress, it was like at the beginning it was very, very fast. You're learning everything there is. You're learning every single strategy, every school of thought. And at least when I started, there was so much content online that, and I'd go on telegrams and stuff. I'd find every course. So I had so much information to take in, and that felt like I was making a lot of progress. And through education, maybe I was not necessarily at becoming a good trader, but just learning. So that was a fast moment. And then I started to level off, and I was like, okay, I don't really know what's going to work. I don't know where to put my attention into it. So then I started to go to the known courses and learn what's out there. And that's where I thought, okay, I picked the best one, whatever. And it didn't really work like that. I thought it would be like this, and then you find the best course and it takes off from there. And in fact, it didn't. You think it will, but it doesn't. And for me, it was like that level off for a long time. And I actually stopped doing courses because I felt like I've learned so much stuff. And then when I started to do more and more information, I realized everybody's saying the same thing again and again. At least 99% of the content is overlap with one small difference. And I thought, okay, well, each new thing that I'm learning, I'm wasting time because I already know this. So I kind of mentally gave up on all of that. And then I just thought, let me stick to 1 or 2 pairs. So in the beginning, I was like this, 25 pairs, looking at everywhere, looking for opportunities everywhere. And I was so all over the place that I didn't know where to focus, and I didn't know what strategy to focus on. I didn't know where to focus. So for me, it was just chaos. And then when I thought, okay, let me refine it all the way down to just 2 pairs. And I started to have my time windows. And in the last 2 years, I've not missed a candle on EU or GU. In the London session, New York session, I haven't missed a candle. And just through that process of watching the market and just learning its tendencies, learning daily cycle variance, seeing that every single day for 2 years,
Repetition.
I learned so much more than any other course I did. And also highlighted to me the issues I was having of like, okay, where are my bottlenecks? Where am I struggling? And I've spoken about it a few times of a big breakthrough for me was not risk management. I felt like that was a simple one to control, at least for me, just fix risk and do it like that. But it was actually optimizing my profit taking, where some people say at fixed take profit levels, other people say hold full volume, whereas I was looking at my data and thinking, well, certain trades do go to full volume, but not all of them. Some of them go into a little bit of profit and reverse. Some of them 50% reverse, some of them 80, some of them all the way. So when I plotted that data and I realized it's like a bell curve where some of them go all the way, some of them don't go any of the way, but a lot of them are in the middle. So then I made it objective. Okay, I'm optimized to take profit around this level based on my trade. So I took a very data approach, but that would not have ever happened with a mentor.